All right. Let's do the thing. So, Sultai Nexus. You want to bump Mardu Party Bus, Nick? Yeah, definitely. That should definitely jam it into tomorrow, I believe. Thanks for the support. So, this is a 3-color Nexus deck. A little bit of Wilderness Reclamation, Nexus shenanigans. The thing I really like about this build, there's 2 things I like. The first is that we have a lot of interaction in our deck. So, we've got Thought Erasure, cast down Vraska's Contempt. And one of our win conditions is actually Vraska Relic Seeker, but she also doubles as interaction. So, like, she's a card that allows us to win the game, but also can downtick and kill things when we're not quite ready to win the game. And then Krasis is being a source of card advantage as well. Krasis and Relic Seeker are cards that, like, help us stabilize, but also win the game quickly when we're ready to win, instead of, like, dirtling around for a long time. So, let's go ahead and dive on in here, shall we? Can I add Amulet Titan with the Breach Emrakul package? Yeah, definitely, Cobalt. Can you DM me a link to your preferred build, Cobalt? So DM me a link to the preferred deck list. I appreciate it. Or drop me an email, one of the 2. I think it's fine. Not amazing, but fine. Got plenty of lands. All of our colors has a removal spell. Perfect. I will find one then, Cobalt. Happy to do it. Thanks for the support. So especially since I drew a second Krasis here, I think I'm probably just gonna, like, do a little baby Krasis for 2, just, like, have it draw a card and, like, propel myself forward. Guaranteeing this many lands, I'm actually gonna wait now. I'm gonna go ahead and wait till 4, because 4/4 is a better threat than a 2/2. So.
Skip to the good part.
Them absorbing that seems incredibly good for us. I'm just not using Twitter at all, Tumos. Based on the numbers today, not tweeting out deck list doesn't really appear to be impacting anything, so probably gonna stick to that. I think I'm gonna pass here and then end step Nexus of Fate. I could jam this, but the fact they shocked this in and then untap 2 lands implies they probably have another absorb. And then hopefully they will get a counterspell out of their hand with the Nexus and then be able to contempt away the Teferi. No, I don't think Nexus should be banned. I think a lot of the complaining related to Nexus is related to the fact that a lot of people are playing Magic Arena and not playing with sideboards, and a lot of the better cards that are good against these Nexus decks are sideboard cards. I don't really care if they... I guess this takes my Vraska away, so we'll get rid of that. And this is our 8th land, right? I'm actually going to leave the 8th land there, so we'll go ahead and contempt Teferi, and then their hand actually isn't very good, right? Like, I'm going to get to play this land and then, like, gas back up, but I've got a bunch of draw to, so even though we've got these cast downs that likely don't have a text box against control, it seems like we should be. Nothing should be banned. The standard format is excellent. Stop it. Duress, Thought Erasure, discard spells, Cinder Vines, Tithe Taker. Lots of good tools in almost every color for competing with the Nexus decks. I love Chemister's insight. It's gonna like give us something to do with these cast downs that are otherwise dead. Deal. Have a Mortify here. Match one, game one, Bob.
Stand aside. Take no prisoners.
I didn't, Bob. After we played against 2 mono blue, we just played against a variety of things. I think pre-boarding was silly with the Gates deck, and I didn't do it here. I think doing it was kind of a knee-jerk reaction on my part.
Make your captain proud.
So I have 4, 5, so this will be 6. I'm going to pay 2 here so I can play Search for Azcanta. No, not really. I just needed to pick a color for my card frame. It's okay, Bob. Even if it did, you paid for it too. You all good, Bob. Think of adding Jund Whirler to my site? Yeah, I think I should. Probably add Jund Whirler. I think if this deck, I think if we have an okay run with this deck today, I'm gonna put this one up there as well because it's doing something kind of neat. It's my least offensive. It's the least offensive Nexus deck in the format. Probably not gonna get any of those done until the weekend though, because I'm streaming. I'm streaming all day today and tomorrow. Alright, so a Nexus of Fate wins the game. And Nexus of Fate wins the game because Vraska pluses, we take a turn, then we ult Vraska and kill them. Easy game. Again, this is why I like this Nexus deck. Coma Cake, thanks for the 11 months, welcome back. I love this Nexus deck because it's like, oh look, we're at the point where we win the game, you die. How am I supposed to be boarding here, Bob? So, like, I want the negates and I want these Carnage Tyrants, but, like what do I want to cut? I feel like I like all of the cards that are in my deck. Like, are there too many negates in the sideboard? I feel like we might have too many things for control. You have a preferred version of Sultai Midrange? I don't really. We played it a little bit for the first time yesterday, and, like, I feel like you have to pick what you want to beat. You cut Vraska, a Contempt. You just cut the Wilderness. Wait. You're boarding. Why are you boarding in Canopy? Cutting Canopy seems weird. Oh, you're worried about Thief of Sanity. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I think I'd rather have the third Contempt than the third one of these. Honestly, I kind of wouldn't mind both thinking about Thief. I'm not going to bring in the last negate. I think that's too many. There's no Brawl in Arena because they said the complexities of adding the Commander Zone was going to be more time than they had at the moment. Remember, Arena is pre-release software. It's still very feature incomplete. So here's the thing. Don't cut your Azcantas, because when you have one Azcanta in play, it's going to help you not draw the second. 2, the opponent's playing Mortify, so if they kill your first one, you want a second sometimes. 3, once you have your first Azcanta flipped and you play a second one out, you can choose to just not flip the second one so it still does something meaningful. So, I think going down less than 3 Azcantas is some hot nonsense. Really like playing 3 and staying at 3. That is my abrasiveness showing through, I apologize. Yeah, boarding out Azcanta against aggro is fine. That's the only place you want to cut it. They might just take Chemister's Insight here. If they have Thieves in, they might take Crushing Canopy. They have like a Syncopate here. They have a Syncopate. I like leaving Chemister's Insight. Just to negate. Thanks, Frago, for the biddies. It sucks spinning that there, but I just really need to draw lands. Yeah, I'm probably gonna bin the Canopy for the Chemister's Insight, and like, even if they rip a Thief, I can just like play Krasis out, right? And block it. So back when I was at peak Reddit addiction, Be Rich, I definitely had an alt Reddit account where I would go into threads where people were crapping on me and just be like, huh, that seems really terrible. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. Do you have an example of it? And like, it was just so funny. They just like, every time, just like, chirp, chirp, chirp. You know, half the things people say they're upset with me for doing are things that like I often don't do. Or like they say like, he does this all the time. And it's like, well, if I do that all the time, I feel like I would remember it. I'm Jeff's Twitch account.
Time for plan B.
I don't know, maybe other people have a different definition of all the time than I do. Someone complained yesterday that, like, you always talk about this. It's like, well, we've been streaming for 8 hours since the first time we mentioned it, so we probably don't always talk about it. We occasionally talk about it. Sure, I think it's pretty good here. This means I get to guaranteed flips or Azcanta next turn. I think this deck's Esper matchup is pretty reasonable, so I really don't mind hitting it. And actually, this is the first time we've actually played against Esper today on the ladder, I think. Yes, all the time. Yeah, correct, Vix. That's exactly what it is. I'm going to keep that right there. I think think all humans are a little bit of closet trolls if we're being honest with ourselves. One of the things that I still struggle to deal with as an internet personality is that when people say things that are actually just lies about you, it actually looks worse on you if you step in and say, hey, that's not true, than if you just ignore it and let the lie sit there being posted online. And that's something I struggle with. My online presence would be better received in other places, on places like Twitch, on Twitter and Reddit, if I just would like be better about ignoring things like that. They tucked a Krasis, which is pretty bold. I mean, not saying anything also doesn't always work, but saying something basically always fails. The failure rate is high on trying to defend yourself. Obviously nothing happens all the time or none of the time, but a significant portion of the time. Alright, moving on up. I mean, 60-40 is not that big of a dog. We beat Mono Blue the couple of times we played this on stream earlier. This is probably not a matchup we really want to be on the draw in. What scary 2-drop do you have? Just Rick's Matty. Okay, so I think I Thought Erasure this turn, not only to help set up my draw, but also because I want to tag a Judith before it happens, or take their only spell. Taking their only spell sounds excellent. Thanks, TJ. I think I'd rather kill Conquistador than this. I guess killing Conquistador is worse if I draw exactly Hydroid Krasis, because Krasis can eat the Conquistador, but it trades with Rick's Matty Reveler. Yes, maybe I'm supposed to kill this in case I draw Krasis there. I think I'm just supposed to Chemister's Insight this turn. I could, like, search plus Thought Erasure. I guess search plus Thought Erasure gives me a lot of looks at stuff. I'm just gonna Chemister's Insight. I just play the next people play me to play Rook plays games. And if I'm being completely honest, if someone asked me to play a deck with Wilderness Reclamation in Modern, I'd probably tell them that it's too clunk. Oh my god. Oh, I was talking and not paying attention. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna Krasis for 2. And then I was like, oh, I drew Vraska's Contempt, I'm gonna cast Vraska's Contempt, but I don't have a second Black Source untapped here, so I'm probably gonna die. I should have played Krasis for 2. Like, originally I was gonna play Krasis for 2, and then I was, like, reading and responding to a message partway. It's unfortunate. Am I dead? Kill me. Yeah, so I'd be +3 there, so I'd still be at 2 through the Lightning Strike. That one's on me. What's the last cut here? Probably a Vraska Relic Seeker. So I cut Thought Erasure, Seeker, Search for Azcanta, brought in 2 Rituals and 4 Cravings. That seems good. Now, I think we want to cut Vraska more than Wilderness Reclamation, because Wilderness Reclamation on 4 lets us combo the following turn, which I think is really valuable. So, like, having like, our fast nut draws be as often as possible against the aggro deck seems reasonable. Whereas, like, Vraska, while she's interaction, like, she's really slow interaction, right? Yeah. If we bridge the game to Vraska, we've probably won anyways. So, like, there's no guarantee we win that game if I, like, don't mess up, but we're definitely in a much better spot. So, like, Thought Erasure has a text box in this matchup full auto, but remember, sideboarding is a one-to-one process. So if you think Thought Erasure should be in my deck, what card do you think shouldn't be in my deck, and why is Thought Erasure better than that one? Just doesn't do enough. I'm going to keep this, and let's try and do a black source here. The blue-green Elves deck was really awesome. I was super impressed with it. I'm actually going to replace the red-green Elves deck on my website with the blue-green build after I'm done streaming. Never forget, chat, nothing but professionalism. I'm going to cast down this Conquistador rather than using Moment of Craving on it, and the reason why I'm sequencing in this manner is because cast down doesn't kill Judith while Moment of Craving does. And it could end up, like, just not being relevant, but I think it's definitely correct to lead on the cast down as our removal. Ding, ding, ding. So you're saying there's a chance, chat. Take a chance on me. Do-do-do-do-do. So Lyra, thanks for the buck. $1 to Bamp Rampage. Hopefully it gets played tomorrow. I appreciate the support. And I'm planning to run long today, depending on what the viewer numbers look like, and probably tomorrow. So usually Friday numbers are pretty good. Thursday can be hit or miss, depending on who else is streaming, but Friday we're usually pretty strong to go long. Like a land. Would like a land. Sure. Opponent missing a Rix Maddie plus Gutter Bones is kind of a combo, huh? Some good clean card advantage. So, one of the things you need to understand, Full Auto, as a new player learning how to sideboard, is that I agree with you that Thought Erasure is a card that can have a relevant effect in this matchup. But sideboarding's more than just having cards in your deck that have an impact in the matchup. When you're sideboarding, you're not just putting in all your good cards, you're building your best 60-card deck. And while I agree that Thought Erasure could have an impact, I don't think Thought Erasure is better than any of the cards that are currently in my deck that I kept in. Sideboarding, one of the reasons why it's so difficult is because it's really a deck building process. Now, I'm in no way affiliated with Wizards of the Coast, and I likely never will be. This stream is sponsored by viewers like you. Alright, we're doing okay. We're the PBS of streaming content. Yikes. That is, I really liked my Krasis, chat. And now it is dead.
Here be monsters.
Angrath is rough. Yeah, we need to like draw another Krasis here, so we can like gas up and have a threat. Ask and you shall receive. So, you're saying there's a chance. Probably mentioned this already, but what was the outcome of your call? We have a command for that. Hey, FergTQ, continuing to dole out them sub gifties. Thank you for that.
No fire, no steel.
Wow, they left Bedevil in their deck. That's brutal. Which of your advertised products will help me draw professionally? Ain't that the question of the hour? Probably dead. I suppose this Search for Azcanta is flipping next turn, which means if I flip the Search for Azcanta, get Wilderness Reclamation, and then like Wilderness Reclamation and then Nexus of Fate, we could be okay here. So if I don't die this turn, it's possible I combo them next turn. No, I don't think I'm supposed to upkeep stop. I think I'm supposed to activate the Search for Azcanta and try to find a Wilderness Reclamation. And this just isn't good enough, right? Because there's an Angrath sitting here in play. I just need a Wilderness Reclamation. That's the out is comboing. Look at that, chat. Play to your outs. Play to your outs. Which of these do I want? I think I want Moment of Craving. I think it's just cheap. Like, Moment buys us 2 life too. I guess Vraska's Contempt is good because I could hit Ritual of Soot next turn. If I hit the other Ritual of Soot, taking Contempt is good. So I can, like, Ritual clear the board, and then Vraska's the Angrath away. Like, I get 5 looks at my other Ritual of Soot. So, Hydroid Krasis draws me 3 cards. Activating Azcanta gets me 4 looks. Right? And activating Azcanta gives me Chemister's Insight as additional looks. And I can Krasis for 1 after I Contempt. So I need to find my way back to another Nexus of Fate here. Let's end step stop before I forget. Ritual of Soot also keeps me alive. So I could take double Contempt and pass the turn here. Alternatively, I could play another Wilderness Reclamation, which is probably the line. I think we just, like, go for the lethal here. Pretty sure we just try and combo from this point. So first trigger, untap, activate this, looking for a Nexus of Fate. Alright, well, I'll take the other Vraska's Contempt out. And then I'm going to go ahead and float a bunch of mana here. And then I get another activation on my Azcanta after this trigger. That's a Chemister's Insight. So now I go ahead and Vraska's Contempt targeting Angrath, and then Vraska's Contempt targeting Fireblade Artist, and then I'm at 6 and I'm not dead on board anymore. Go. And like if they don't draw a lethal card here, we are incredibly likely to win to combo off next turn with the Armor of Azcanta activations. So they need to draw a burn spell here. We need to fade a draw. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Please stop! Please stop! Alright, alright. Things that aren't lethal for 100, chat. Things that aren't lethal for 100. You can do it! So I'm actually going to activate this before I cast Nexus, because I want to be able to float a bunch of mana here. This gives me an extra Azcanta activation this turn, which is nice. So, resolve. And now I'll do this, and then I'll activate Azcanta again here. I'm actually going to go ahead and Moment of Craving one of these. Now I'm probably going to Ritualist it next turn, but I want a Moment of Craving first, so that way I go up to 4, so I'm no longer in range of dying to 1 burn spell. Stop at my end step. Oh no! Oh no, this costs 4! I totally forgot! Holy crap, they only paid 3 mana for it. Alright, need to find something to do with that. Yikes. Alright, found the Nexus of Fate. Thank goodness this is a no justice stream. Yikes! You could have gotten in trouble there. Yeah, alright. Whew! Whew! Thank goodness. Alright. Game the next Ferg TQ coming in hot with a total of the $200 in sub gifts. Drop me an email, we can get you on that sub banner. Why am I playing upright? I split my time playing sitting and standing because I prefer to not sit all day because I stream for 10 or 11 hours at a time often. So sitting for 12 hours straight is not good for your body. And that is why we left all the Wilderness Reclamations in our deck. You know how that played out? I'm actually going to cut another Vraska and put another search back in my deck. Maybe against aggro, I'm supposed to cut all of the Vraskas. I could see cutting all the Vraskas being right against aggro, or going down to 1 at least. Just because, like, they're so clunky, you only want it when you need it. Well, sitting in the same position is bad for you, and it's harder to have bad posture while standing than it is while sitting. While sitting, it's very easy to have bad posture. Like, if you have good I would believe someone with good posture sitting is similar to someone standing, but it's easier to have good posture while standing than while sitting. Also, I'm going to give you a 10-minute break because you told me I was wrong without citing a source. Never forget, if you want to come into my house and tell me I'm wrong, please link the relevant study material. How much does an adjustable desk cost? Cheap adjustable desks start about 500 bucks, which is the one I have right now, and it's kind of a piece of garbage. So, more expensive quality adjustable desks are usually about in the $1,000 range, which when we build out my new office next door this summer, I'm going to get a higher quality one in there. The human back is a travesty, right? Oh, that's true. Some of the manual desks are much cheaper. I actually haven't looked into the manual ones. I've only mostly looked at the electronic ones. We did win game 2. So, because I know they're playing Spawn, last game, I said I was prioritizing using Cast Down first to play around Judith, but because they have Spawn of Horror, I'm actually going to do the inverse here. Hey, Rekindled Soul, thank you for the 11-month resub. Be sure to drop me a message, let me know what you'd like to bump up this month. Your furniture, like your rig setup. Yeah, when I get the new desk, I'll definitely be advertising it, most likely. So... Ooh, they got a Spawn here. So, definitely casting down this Gutter Bones before we take a hit. Yeah, that was my understanding, Jack. They said a new study has come out that said standing's as bad as sitting, but I don't know if I'd buy that for $1. Someone said standing was as bad as sitting. When am I getting my research here? Sometime soon, I'm supposed to be getting it, actually. It's supposed to be the first week of February, which is now past, but the weather has been bad, so maybe shipping had delays. Well, there's the Judith we talked about earlier. Alright, so we have lots of mana. I agree. I would be willing to bet that it's, you probably shouldn't stand for 12 hours either, but I do try to do 2 to 1. I try to stand 2 hours every hour that I sit. I actually, one of the companies I do work for, Python, messed up the original 1099 they sent me, and they have to send me another one. So, it's a little annoying. I think I'm bidding cast down here. Do I bid cast down or Vraska? I'm gonna bid Vraska, actually. Let's do that. Alright, there's a Nexus of Fate, so we get to do some stuff next turn. Like Ritual Assault. Alright, that's probably gonna wait half a turn here. So I have 4, 5, and I have it doubled, so I have 10 mana. So I can play this Search for Azcanta, and then I can put this into play tapped, and then end step, untap my lands, cast Nexus of Fate. So float to resolve, cast Nexus. Graveyard. Draw. So I think I just ritual here. Yeah, I can go ritual, breeding pool, and then I can cast down Siege Gang Commander during my end step. So that way it doesn't, they can't sacrifice it to deal 2 to me. And then I'll probably ditch this other cast down to the Chemister's Insight here in a second. Because we're at 13 and we're getting close to being able to combo most likely. If the Search for Azcanta flip, we're probably going to get into that range. That's a pretty big scary. So how greedy do I want to be? I've already lost, this is my last cast down. So do I Insight here or not? I think I'm supposed to just kill this. I think it would be great. Maybe I should have kept the breeding pool to discard to the Insight. There's a possibility. I think the conservative play is killing that. I want to be a little bit conservative here. Search for Azcanta plus Wilderness Reclamation is broken. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is about the time where you can concede to the Nexus deck, by the way. When they're getting multiple Azcanta activations per turn, the game is done. Woo! Especially when we're at 13, right? Like I could see if maybe we were a little bit lower and like they were just like hoping to draw a burn spell and get out of this, but they don't concede, they just go to Reddit and complain. Yeah, basically. Yay, win condition. So, this is 4. So this is, I have put a stop on my end step. And this is for X of 6. Get to actually end the game. So I technically should get more lands before I do this. Like, there's a chance I brick here because of how aggressive I'm being, but I think I'm supposed to just like put my threat into play and try and kill them. There's a very low chance I get punished for being sloppy here. If I was playing in a paper tournament, I'd probably not be this aggressive. Yeah, because like I might miss hitting Nexus here, right? I only have If I do this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna growth spiral. Yeah, so like I bricked here because I tried to go off aggressively when I didn't have to, and like that's fine. Like I was trying to end the game faster because they didn't concede rather than sit here and like get more lands and be conservative, but like it's fine. I've got a handful of cards. I'm at 16, right? Like what's their only thing that punishes us here? Angrath punishes us kind of. Yeah, the game is still over. We've still won. It's just like gonna take another turn. Stop trying to tap my Azcanta. Alright, they're actually deterministically dead, right? Like, I have 2 more attacks guaranteed. So, we were sloppy trying to win faster than we needed to, and we still won. The Simic Elves deck was awesome. It's the best, definitely the best build of Elves that I've played. And whenever they're sitting here making me click through this, I can just like feel the sodium pouring off my screen. These are my turns. My turns are amazing. Never forget, Jen, if you're ever sitting here against the Nexus of Fate player and you're sad because they're going to beat you, just concede. It's okay. It's okay. Look at all my turns. Aren't they wonderful? Man, I want to win more matches of Magic, so let's like get this over with, I guess, but that felt good. You're old enough to remember Weeble's stuff, right? I think so. Maybe, maybe not. I can't place that name offhand. Oh, yeah, that one. Okay. Spam year ago. When it rains, it pours. God, why do all the 6 spell hands always look so good? This is mono temples, but it's probably fine. It's not good, but it's like fine, right? You're like, well, this hand wasn't great, but I kept it. You can always find all of the decks I've played on stream on my Stream Decker page here. My website doesn't get updated mid-stream because I'm only one person. I know I do a lot of stuff, but I don't actually have a production team. My wife does a very small amount of it with the YouTube videos doing timestamps, but everything else is all me here. I'm practically a one-man show. Okay, Sultai. Bamante is not part of your production team. Kind of. He has the keys to my Reddit and Twitter accounts. He's part of my sanity team. Christy is on like week 2 of her cold. She's a functional human being again, but she's still kind of sick. The literal message I sent to Matt last night, Bob, was This is my Twitter login. Give it back when I'm an adult. Alright, so this is a decent curve for us. We get to go ahead and Contempt this, and then we can play Krasis for 4 next turn. I'm gonna act more like a corporation. Honestly, it's not even strictly about the image that I'm putting out or corporate. It's just like, it's just taking too much of my time. Like, I spend too much time. Like, even if arguing with idiots was a good idea on Twitter, right? Like, why should I take an hour of my day and do that, right? That's just like, I'm stupid for doing that, and if I know I can't help myself, I should just give the keys to Matt for a while, so I can't do it. Yep. Twitter doesn't really benefit my business in a meaningful way. Twitch and YouTube do, so let's focus on those. Focus on the things that matter. Take that extra hour a day and sleep. Watch a TV show. Something. Netflix isn't gonna watch itself, chat. I'm short of doing this and this. That's unfortunate. Am I dead on board? I'm dead to a Jade Light Ranger, but if they had a Jade Light Ranger, they would have played it last turn, right? Ooh, that's sweet. Alright, what do you got? The numbers today have basically been the same as every other day, so I don't think not tweeting is gonna matter. So I'm gonna bin this. I'm looking for Wilderness Reclamation, right? Is what I'm looking for. So if I activate this, I'm 1 land short from casting Nexus. Yeah, we'll see, Bob. My Twitter only has 12,000 people on it, and people don't really like or engage with my deck posting tweets most of the time. Whereas, like, my Twitch has 50,000 people on it now, almost, so the numbers are very different. Hey, 7Fet, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good one wherever you're at. All right, and this land's actually a good draw here now, because now I can activate Azcanta and Nexus of Fate in the same turn. You cannot stifle Nexus replacement effect. Interesting question. So do I take Nexus and guaranteed get the extra turn, or do I take the Wilderness Reclamation? I think I'm supposed to take the Nexus, because the Nexus lets me play a land tier too. Yeah, because if I whiff, I dead. But like, now I'm dead anyways. Am I? I'm actually not dead anyways, right? Because I could do this. I could do this, shoot the Branch Walker. Because I'm actually not dead because they didn't play out another creature. And the treasure token from Vraska here lets me cast Chemister's Insight. So need to dodge an Explorer creature. Yes! Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Someone just asked if we do limited here. We do not. There are a lot of fantastic streamers that make a lot of fantastic limited content. I am not one of them. So this channel is all constructed all the time.
The belligerent needs her crew.
The belligerent needs her crew. I mean, we could theoretically miss here, right? Whew. Whew. I was almost sweating there for a second. We're statistically unlikely to miss, but we could theoretically still miss. My turn? Thanks. Winning! Never forget, chat, 1 and 0 are very different numbers. The life total is not a scoreboard. The life total is not a scoreboard. Alright, so this is definitely a Ritualist matchup. It's definitely a Thought Erasure matchup. This is the best Nexus deck that I have played. What am I cutting for Ritualist? How do we feel about -1 Vraska, -1 cast down? Actually, I probably don't really need Contempt in this matchup. I'm gonna trim Contempt rather than cast down because cast down's cheaper. So someone asked, that's a good question. If you're new to Magic and you're not sure why my opponents are conceding, my deck's going to keep drawing that Nexus of Fate card and ticking up the Vraska, and eventually the Vraska is going to kill them. I don't think we want to cut Thought Erasure in this matchup, Bob. Thought Erasure can take an early threat from them, that's good, and it also takes their counter spells. I think against decks that have counter spells, Erasure is ideal. I think Negate's kind of clunky and bad here because we have to hold up mana for it, and we're not always holding up mana. Maybe Negate is better than Contempt. Maybe Negate is better than Contempt. I could buy that for $1. Let's try that, because I do really want to counter things like Vivian and Assassin's Trophy on occasion. I don't think Negate is bad, I just think Erasure is better, but a couple of Negates could be fine. This hand is really good. Welcome back, Sal. Yes, Bob. I cut 3 Contempt and a Vraska for 2 Ritual, 2 Negate. I don't know if that's correct, because Contempt does play some here, but I think it's the worst of our cards. God bless you, Magic Arena. God bless you. No! No! Never lucky. Never lucky. Alright. Hopefully the next 2 draws are lands. Huge tracts of land. Ding, ding, ding. Land, please. Land, please. Hey-oh. Hi ho. Hi ho. It's off to work we go. Do 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 do. Bob, what if we replaced the 3rd Vraska with a 26 land? I feel like this is definitely a deck where we lose way more games to Screw than Flood, right? I kinda want a 26 land in this deck. It's especially with 4 Chemister's Insights, it's much easier to play through Flood than it is Screw. Both Krasis and Chemister's Insight insulate from Flood. So resolve. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, ditching Vraska, I think, here. Because I'm looking for a land. Emo Robot, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. And Ola, thanks for the 13. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed here. And it's the geeky days. That's a while. A while. Alright, this game's probably over. We're gonna like Krasis. We're gonna Krasis next turn into Nexus. I guess maybe I want to Chemisters into Nexus, actually. Yeah, no counterspell here means they're probably dead. Oh, Ola's missing a sword. Let's get that fixed right up there. When I flood, I rage cut a land. When I screw, I rage add a land. I have never heard something that is more pure Magic player than that admission. When I flood, I rage cut a land. When I screw, I rage add. That is, it takes, I can appreciate that. At least you understand what you're doing. Me during pre-releases. Magic's a cruel mistress sometimes, chat. Alright, so I'm not dead on board. So I think I Chemister's Insight, ditch the Thought Erasure, try and hit a Nexus here. Oh my god, we drew the negate for the Vivian. This deck is so dumb. And my Azcanta's gonna flip next turn. And my Azcanta's gonna flip next turn. Are we done here? Are we done here? What are we doing with ourselves, really? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Do do do. Hey hey hey. I think you're losing. I guess we could miss on 8 looks here. We could there is a world where we take 8 looks here and miss. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Ooh, candy. So the fact that I hit the Nexus naturally here means that I can play a win condition out, which is great. So this is X is 7. We just get to start attacking. What will 5k sub points by the end of February get us? Oh, I don't have a mana yet. Alright, we're done here. We're done here. Ooh, we're plat 1, chat! Are we gonna get to Diamond playing mono donation decks? That would be sweet. That would be sweet. How are we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to everybody wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 30, 40, 50 hours a week. If you enjoy standard best of 3 constructed, this is definitely the channel for you. So if you're new, remember, make sure you hit that follow button so you know when I go live and with what. As always, a big shout out to all my wonderful subscribers. This content wouldn't be possible without all of them, so thanks for keeping me employed, folks. I'd also like to give a short shout out to some of my wonderful sponsors. Harry's Razors would love to help you get that close, clean shave using code Jeff Hoagland at code bit.ly at URL bit.ly/shave. You could save $5 on your brand new shaving starter kit with them. Remember, chat, just because you have a nice beard doesn't mean you need to have a neck beard. Hurley Burley Studio does professional Magic the Gathering altars. Using code Jeff10 at hurleyburleystudio.com, you can save 10% on your orders of border extensions and full art replacements that they have there. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn your cards into other cards directed to other players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off of the top. And, of course, InkedGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of wonderful artwork they have on their website. Well, we've been playing Sultai Nexus for an hour now. We're going to keep playing the Nexus deck until we lose a match. I am gonna add a land though. What's the land that I'm adding? This is 17. God, that's a lot of blue. Might actually be too many blue. 16 black, and then the mana base in here is real good, which is mostly dual lands. 15 green. So I'm just gonna add a forest. I'm gonna put a basic forest in. I'm gonna cut the last one of these. See if we can ride this undefeated into Diamond. Right off into the Diamond Sunset, my chat. Right off into the Diamond Sunset. How much is doing ASMR ad blocks cost? I don't have a good price offhand. We did the one segment for Hurley because she's the sponsor and she requested it. Turn to Growth Spiral. Hey, Dimstar, thanks for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this month. What's it called deck? Someone asked about the Gates deck. We went about 50-50 with Gates. We started at Plat 2 and ended at Plat 2. 5k subs equals pink basement. This deck is less painful than dying to Punishing Fire and Grove of the Bird Willows. That's a low bar, to be fair. Yikes. I think I need to just do this for 2 and, like, hope to get going somewhere. I would like the record to reflect that I have not drawn a basic forest. So the 26 land that I added has not impacted this game. I would like the record to reflect that we have not drawn a basic forest. So we would have flooded on 25 lands this game as well. My body is ready for this Growth Spiral to draw the basic forest. Just so we're all aware. I would just like to put it out there that I'm ready to draw the basic forest with the Growth Spiral. What are we hoping to draw? We're hoping to draw a Cast Down here. Cast Down would keep us not dead on board. Vraska's Contempt would also do it because I'm going to get to put a land into play off the Growth Spiral and play a land for the turn. No, this deck is not playable without Relic Seeker. Relic Seeker is not replaceable in this deck. We did just hit Plat 1, right? Someone said when you hit Plat 1, you get forgiveness, right? It says you could lose 2 matches and not bump back down when you're right at the cusp. Yeah, this deck devours control side tech. We're a combo deck with discard spells in the main, and we get counters post board as well. And one of our win cons doesn't care if you counter it. Yep. So I'm getting attack 2-4 here.
Wild wasn't, no one said restoration.
So want to draw either a Nexus or another Krasis here. The ideal draw would be Nexus into Krasis. That way we can Krasis for 6. Vraska, Relic Seeker. Still dead on board then, right? So I'm at exactly 4. It's unfortunate. Need to be 1 point higher. So Ritualist Soot, a couple negates. I cut the second relics, the third Relic Seeker. I'm only gonna bring in one negate. I'm gonna bring in 2 rituals and a negate over the 3 contempts, I think. Give that a go. Yeah, this version, this isn't just a linear combo deck. This is an actual combo control deck. This deck has meaningful interaction for most decks in the format. It's not just fogging people. It's actually interacting with what they're doing. We played versus Mono Radiant. I don't think so. I don't know. We've got four Moment of Cravings and a combo kill. Can't be too terrible. Can you explain why Relic Seeker is absolutely necessary? Yes, she's how we win the game most of the time. She's a win condition that doubles as an answer. No, that's just how Arena's audio sounds. We restarted about an hour ago. Yeah, about an hour and a half ago. It's been a hot second. When's the next time I stream Modern? Tomorrow morning. The first thing I do every morning is a Magic Online League. I think tomorrow morning we're getting back to Electro Dominance Living End, I believe. Do I plan to add this deck to my website? Yeah, I think so. This set's been pretty good. Really don't care. Ooh, piece of candy. Can we pour one out for the basic forest, by the way? Land numero 26 here. Yoink. Bye, friends. I cut the third Vraska Relic Seeker for the forest. All right, well, things are looking good for our hero, chat. Redo my sideboard? Yep, basically. There is 17 blue in our deck. Bob, am I allowed to keep this? I'm on the draw. What's the hyper geo? I'm gonna make this decision based on math. What are the odds I hit blue by turn 3 is my question. So 53, 17, sample size is 3. I'm 70% to hit blue by turn 3. 70% to hit blue by turn 3. I'm gonna keep this. I think 70% is good enough. I think if we hit blue by turn 3, we're fine. And I think 70% chance to be fine is good. Yeah, mulliganing against duress deck sucks too. This is great too, by the way, because now if we draw the blue source, they'll know we got lucky. That's my favorite. My favorite is when they look at your cards and you're like, yeah, we got lucky. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna put it into play right here just to let them know. Just to that one right there. That's the one. That's the one, chat. What would you recommend is the easiest programming language to begin with? Definitely Python. Not close. Python is fantastic. It's used everywhere, and it's fantastic introductory programming language. Should have shocked it in to send a message. The biggest salad of my phone dying is I can't post details in the salad bar. Okay. So do they take Nexus? Do they take Krasis? Or do they take Vraska? I wonder if I'm supposed to board in at least one Carnage Tyrant in this matchup to play around this. Because if we get double ego, they actually can take all our win conditions. Maybe they take Wilderness. They could potentially take Wilderness. They took the Nexus. Okay. The Unmoored Ego command is so good. It's so good. Vivian is rude. Vivian is rude. Hey, what's going on, Reborn? Thanks for the 12 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed. I'm gonna go ahead and just kill their 4-3 here. No reason to take a big hit. If we're lucky, they miss a land drop. I think that's pretty unlikely since they kept the Vraska on top, though. Yeah, or the Vivian on top.
Let's tear this place apart.
With or without replacement. I'm not sure what you're referring to exactly. That's actually really good for us because now it means I can stick Azcanta, not have to worry about it getting blown up. So I think I actually take Carnage Tyrant here because that way they guaranteed can't play it next turn.
The wilds are my shield.
Sure. So, this might be a reason to not board out my Contempts. Because getting egoed feels real bad. If I don't have Contempts in to play a better control game. Alright, am I gonna see enough cards next turn to not take this Soot? Probably not. Probably just take the Soot. I could like double Chemister's Insight here though. This is probably wrong. This lets them do this. Okay. This probably makes Seeking Insight more wrong. I had 8 looks at my other Ritualist Soot, but like I only have 1 more in my deck. Yeah, I think I should have taken the Soot. Because like if I Soot, I could play Vraska Relic Seeker and get that going. Yeah, that was wrong.
Balance comes.
So if I play this, if I want to be able to cast Ritual, I have to do this. Yeah, we're dead. I should have taken the Ritual set. Yeah, that's true, Bob. Honestly, it might just be like boarding in more negates is right, because like if we have more negates in our deck, that's a way to stop Unmoored Ego as well. Easy mulligan. I'm gonna keep this one actually. Sign me up. Sneeper keeper. Oh no! Oh no, chat! It's the 26th land! It's the 26th. It's come to haunt us. It will haunt my dreams. The 26th land will forever haunt my dreams. Cut the land, Rage, cut the land. Rats, the combo. Physically cut an actual forest to shreds. Ooh, piece of candy. It's exciting. It's exciting. That's exactly what we're looking for, chat. It's exactly what I wanted for Christmas. It's another good one. All right, all right. People keep asking me to compare every deck we play on stream to Nexus Gates. They're like, how does 4-color Gates compare to Nexus Gates? How does this deck compare to Nexus Gates? And nobody can tell me why the Nexus Gates deck is good. I don't understand. Can someone tell me why Nexus Gates is good? Anyone? It just looks like another random, like, Wilderness Reclamation Dirtle deck, basically. I think I'm bidding that. I'm just, like, looking to fill my graveyard for now. Contempt's not a bad draw. Nexus Gates is good because of the sideboard strategy, boarding in out the Nexus Con into creatures when removal comes out. But don't all the decks get to do that? You mean you get to just, like, the gate creatures are better than the normal ones? Well, they don't have a Vivian this turn, so that's good. Yeah, but like the regular Gates deck does that too, Zombie. Greedy piles are good. Yeah, but like the things people are telling me are good are like, well, like the normal Gates deck does that too, without having to like play Nexus of Fate. Four cards in the bin. Five cards in the bin. I'm actually going to play this out just to put a 6 card in the bin. If they have a Vivian or a way to kill the search next turn, I feel bad, but they didn't kill it last turn. I think they're pretty unlikely to kill it this turn. They could they end step trophy me. I'm going to be very sad, but I think it's right to do this here. Nexus Gates is good because it has the best salt to wild card ratio. God bless. We played Ali's blue-green deck very briefly. It was when I still didn't really fully get how to toggle the stops every turn. It seemed okay. It's very similar to what this deck is doing, only it's fogging people instead of interacting. I like them putting lethal into play here. Seems like a good line. Load it up. Yep. That's not a Wilderness Reclamation. That's not a Wilderness Reclamation. That's not a Wilderness Reclamation. Needed a cast down or something there. Needed a cast down or some such thing there. Got the forest now. Gotta finish the match, chat. Gotta finish the match. If we lose this one, we're gonna roll on to red black aggro, I think. Try and run some folks down. Punish the forest. Blame the forest. The forest is the root of all of our problems. They will go away if we kill it. If the forest had been Vraska, we wouldn't have died there. That is very true. We would have gotten another turn. It's just the facts. Yep. This hand's really good. Turn 2 Erasure into turn 3 Growth Spiral plus Cast Down. Good solid curve. Nice, Majik. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep my health total high and kill this turn. If we're professional, we'll draw a Chemister's Insight next turn. What's going on, Jaw? Thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here.
I've lost so much already. I won't lose more. Feel the wrath of Scala.
I think that's super wrong, but I'll take it. I think that was very wrong, but I'll take it. Thank you. Since they have a Vraska's Contempt here in hand anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and down tick and kill their thing. I am like dead and gone in this game if they take my card advantage out.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Thank you for leaving my card advantage alone. My opponent chose to kill my Wilderness Reclamation instead of my Azcanta when I had like no cards in hand. Yeah, they're scared of getting comboed. Sure. So, like, they have a bunch of card advantage here, but, like... I mean, I should probably do this. This is wrong. I should have Chemister Insighted first. So that way, if I drew a land, I didn't have to burn my treasure.
You can't stop.
So at this point, I am looking for another Wilderness Reclamation so we can maybe get comboing. Thankfully, we have a lot of looks at it. So I know the bottom 3 cards of my deck are not Reclamation. So if I get 5 looks at one next turn, and then I get, you know, some more looks after that for a Nexus of Fate. You see a Krasis for 5 here, maybe? Alright, so start here. So if I do this and put both these lands into play, I can also Chemister's Insight here, which is great. I have to, this requires me paying for, but I think it's worth it to try and get going here. You know, they have a 5/5 here, but so I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana at the moment.
Come to me.
If I could find my 2 combo pieces next turn, we basically go off, which is great. And again, just like the only reason we're in this game is because my opponent let me flip the search for Azcanta for some reason. We also have copies of Ritualist in my deck we can draw to. That will dumpster this board. Wonder if they have a counterspell. They could have a counterspell at this point. Hey, thanks, C. Thomas. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good one. So this is totally just Krasis, right? This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just like Krasis for 8. It's like, they're clearly holding up a counterspell. And if they stroke me, I'm still not dead here. And if they stroke this, they're not stroking something else. Sweet. Good read. Fantastic. So, next turn, I get to go Thought Erasure into Nexus of Fate. So they need 2 more counterspells.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Down to 5. Not having to play around any reach is so great in these decks. You just like it to use your health total very aggressively as a resource. Yeah, me too, Bob. It's a sweet one. It feels very similar to Allie's blue-green deck, but just like an actual control deck. As someone who has tried very hard to make Temur Scapeshift work in Modern to not a lot of success, I'm happy that this deck exists. It's going to be a Krasis for 7, digging for another counterspell here. Krasis for 5. Alright, so they need 2 counterspells in their hand here. Otherwise, we're pretty likely to do our thing. We've not. It's towards-ish the top of the queue, but people keep cutting it. Oh, 2 counterspells, no longer enough. Got it? Whole lot of nothing. I would love to effectively draw Chemister's Insight. So, the Scapeshift deck that exists and is good in Modern is a linear combo deck, not a combo control deck like I'm referring to here. Yikes. So next turn I'm going to have a land and another land. So I'm going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So X will be 11 on this, which isn't good enough, right? 11 would only put me 2, then they'll just kill it. So I actually have to get rid of this Krasis. Yeah, I need Wilderness Reclamation, exactly. Need either a Nexus or a Reclamation. Ideally, Reclamation into Nexus. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have so many Chemister's Insights, I think I'm supposed to take this. I could brick off here. I guess if I take the Nexus, my deck gets smaller. So I've got 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm dumb. Yeah, I should have done that. I just take the Nexus and get further through my deck. Yeah, I punted it. Oh, that's a frustrating end. I think when I'm in spots like that, I should just always, like, take the Nexus. Just always take the Nexus to, like, it gives us more lands to work with in the future. And, like, the Wilderness Reclamation, so, like, once I take the Wilderness Reclamation, like, if I hit the Nexus that turn, I'm pretty likely to go off. But if I don't hit the Nexus, and, like, I'm bottoming a Nexus there, so, like, I have, like, 2 Nexus left in, like, 20-ish cards, and I'm only gonna get, like, 5 looks at it. Yeah, taking the Nexus functionally gives you extra looks, yeah. I don't know that I have thoughts on cards to change in here. This deck feels very reasonable. One of the things that I really like about decks like this is, like, if I look back on the matches that I've lost today, hey, Apple Tunes, thanks for the 14 months, I appreciate it. If I think about the matches that I lost today, I had a lot of sequencing mistakes in them, and it's like that last game, right? Like, I could sit there and, like, look back Yeah, I didn't have mana to use all the Chemisters. I was miscounting. Yeah, I get another Azcanta activation. I get a draw. Definitely for sure. So I think I'm still gonna add this one to the website after the run today. I'm pretty happy with what we did. It feels reasonably powerful. I like it interactive. I want to get a Nexus deck up there, and I haven't been a fan of any of the other ones we played so far. Panda Hacks, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome. Yeah, it also shuffles the Nexus in instead of putting it at the bottom. Yeah, I agree. So we're not guaranteed to win there if I take the Nexus instead of that Wilderness Reclamation, but I think we're much more likely to win than like the position I ended up putting myself in. All right, let's work some people. Played a couple of control and combo decks in a row. Let's play some black-red aggro, shall we? Got some Spawn of Mayhems here. Some Rick's Maddie Revelers. I'd keep the 26 land, dude. I think the 26 land is good. I think between Krasis and Chemister's Insight and Search for Azcanta, you're going to lose way more matches to screwing than to flooding.